Hey, welcome in this evening here to a drying out weekend in West Virginia. We've just had a period of ridiculous amount of rain here. I'd like to welcome you in here. Please do me a favor, hit that smash button. Let's get it going here. Yes, yes, peoples. I would like to talk a little bit, just a moment about just kind of a first reaction thing with this with the Sparks record. But I have some thoughts about it, and I wanted to get Dino on here and do a proper review of it, and we might get to that at some point. You remember Dino and I did the long, the Sparks rating of the records and our ranking of our favorite songs. There's a new record out by the Sparks brothers, and it's called Mad. And they say, as an all new sonic gut punch from the award winning Sparks. Do Things My Own Way and Drowning in the Sea of Love are the first two songs. And I'll tell you what, I don't mind them as singles. But the one thing you hear when you hear this first, and my first, and this is just the first thing, I am not ready to put this in any kind of thing. I have not done it yet. I haven't seen it. Dino's got some tickets. Hopefully, we can go to the show. Everything comes at the I think at the Lincoln again this year in DC, from what I hear. But I want to get Dino on here and talk about it once he's heard it anyway. So I'm just kind of giving you my first thought. My first thought on this record is that they kind of got a formula going now. If you look back at Little Beethoven to now, every record has sounded sonically pretty close to this and pretty similar. And I would say if you're going to compare anything to it on some of the harder songs, you might do an Angst in My Pants or something around that era in that sound. That's certainly not as big of a drum as Big Boy and Big Beat and stuff, but it's a lot like the last record, Latte. For some reason, they've been going over there. It sounds the same. Now that can be a little bit of a disappointment for those of us who longed for the revival of the Dinky Diamond days, or a day when the band kind of doesn't sound as, dare I say, compressed. I don't know what to say. It all has, they has the same type of production sound, and it's a good sound, and I love it live, and I love these songs live. But it really kind of puts these songs in a kind of a production box and a style of what they've done over the last while. I've made it no secret. I think Drip Drip, a steady drip drip, is their best recent record by far. I think the production on it's interesting, like Self-Effacing and songs like that are just brilliant. I mean, when you compare it to these songs are good. But again, there's a lot of repetitive thing, and the brand name thing, like the JanSport backpack. Now, I don't know if this was an offhand way for for him to think that, for the Sparks Brothers to think maybe they could get some kind of a deal on that run, to think he can get some kind of a sponsorship or something from that. I'm not thinking. I would never say what an artist wants to do. You've heard me say stuff before about how stuff affects me, but I don't know. I wouldn't know for a million years. But I love Do Things My Own Way. It's not bad. It's as similar production wise as stuff too. Yeah, they've kind of got their sound, and I think maybe it would be neat to have, something new to jump out of it. But that's where you got the live show for. The live show doesn't sound like that. The live show's got a little bit more, I don't know if you want to say it, natural sound to it, sound like a performance band live to it. But it very much is a studio. I love Hit Me Baby. And I've heard a lot of these songs before. They kind of let them out a little at a time. Running up a tab at the Hotel for the Fab. At first I didn't like that. I thought it was kind of silly. But it's not bad now. I like it. I like, it's a little more innovative and spot. My Devotion, I'm not real crazy about that. That's something that's in there, it's all right. Don't Dog, it's really cool. And then you get to the second side. And when you get to the second side, then you've got in Daylight, I-405 Rules, which is another repetitive one of these things. They love these mundane things. It's about a red light for a long light, and it's all about this song about the light, and that's the next one after I-405. But it's it's funny, you get the I-405, which is, could you assume is a road. Maybe it's a different, you don't really know what it is, but at the same time, in keeping with Sparks music, you get the lyrics here, of course, and And you know the I-405, it talks about the Thames River, so I guess it's something over and it flows. I-405 flows. It's alive. We take some pride. All justified. 405, it's alive. Best in show. Watch it flow. Winding through the Golden Hills and always give me chills. The Getty Center sitting pretty. What a giant thrill. And the Allegheny Nile and the Rhine in Dutchland. All of them are beautiful, but 405's a 10. Uh, but they love the Congo River's bound to have a big effect on you. Don't miss your chance. Way to romance. I-405 rules. One of my favorite ones on it, but again, it shows a repetition of the words, and it's funny the way that they do this. Drowning in a Sea of Tears, I think, is way better single than the Latte song. I like the video a lot. It's interesting to see the car filling up like that. You know, a lot of people claustrophobia have that freak out about not being able to get out of a car. God, don't even. Yeah, a little bit of Light Banner is really a cool song, but again, very repetitive. But a very interesting thing to talk about a song is like, yeah, let's try to get along and not talk about anything that we bring up any subject we could possibly fight about. You know, to me, that's what it sounds like. It's great. It's somebody who's wise and who's lived through life and knows trying to get along. Lord have mercy, decent one, decent one. Okay, so you know, do I like it? Yes. Do I like it better than Latte? Yes. First listen, yes. There's some songs I think are going to grow on me as they always do. But again, I think it follows a lot in the sound of those last few records, and of me, Drip is the best of those. I think, you know, Latte was a little disappointing to me in that way, although I did like some of the songs. There was maybe a little more variety in the sounds used in Latte than this. I don't know. I need to listen to this a little bit more. But Sonic Gut Punch is a pretty good thing. It's got that hard, you know, when it goes hard, it's got hard. And even like My Devotion stuff, it's pretty much right up in your, it's pretty big sound. And why they call it Mad, I don't know. There's not a song called Mad. But again, there's some pretty cool songs on this, guys, and some pretty wild things, especially the baffling JanSport backpack, which is a, you know, I heard on the interview. I listened to that interview that they did in the auditorium with the comedian over in Britain. It was really nice. If any of you haven't seen that, you should go and check that out. But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to the tour if we can make it. I know Dino's got tickets. Hopefully, you know, he asked me to go and I can go, but I think he's already asked me to go. I think we're going to it. I don't want to make a big announcement here, but that would be something else we could do maybe this time, and do maybe a little bit of live footage from going to that, because Dino always gets great tickets. Man, the last time was ridiculous. I mean, it was like they were playing in our backyard. I swear to God, man, Russell was singing like 7 feet, less than 10 feet from me. I was in the second or third row. It was unbelievable. It was a small stage there. We're going to the same place again, I think. So, but anyway, yeah, excited. New Sparks thing, New Sparks band. Excited to see how they're going to change the set list. Maybe we'll do another one with that when we get back on that, and Dino gets a little more familiar with that. Yeah, he wants to be familiar with the record when he does it. And I'm not real familiar with it, but I'm just telling you my first reaction from it. It's nothing different. It's in the same vein. It's probably going to glide right into that same space that Latte did with that new band, who are all great players. But anyway, thanks a lot. Thumbs up. I don't know right now to give it a star rating. It's a Sparks record, so you know, that again kind of skews it. So I'm not going to say anything at this point, but I will say, right, initial thing, better than Latte, less than Drip right now. That's where I've kind of put it. But anyway, I like it a lot, and I will fill you in as I familiarize myself with it a little bit more. Thanks. Have a good evening, guys. Pushing hard